Today I am back with yet another opinions video because I literally have nothing else to post right now. If you want to see something else different than my opinions, then suggest video recommendations. 1. Bigger doesn't always means the best. I can name 6 idols who are a part of huge groups that are not the best. There are a lot of overrated groups right now, and that's just a fact, but people will still hype them up. This idol can have shit vocals in the group, but because the group is huge, people will say they're the best. Lisa from Blackpink is a great example for this. I love her, but she is not the best dancer or rapper in K-pop. 2. Stop saying no group will ever get to BTS or Blackpink hype. You don't know what will happen. If you told me in 2015 that BTS would be the biggest group, I would laugh in your face. Is it unlikely that a group can beat them? Sure. But is it impossible? Never. That group just has to work extremely hard, just like how BTS did. You don't know what the future holds, so stop deciding or trying to tear down other groups who are working just as hard. 3. Suga was wrong for drunk driving. Like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired of this fandom. They do not know how to hold their faves accountable. Even if it wasn't that serious, he could have gotten hurt and people around him could have gotten hurt. Just a few days ago, a woman died from being hit by a drunk driver. Like, why has everything been sliding for these guys? Everything they do just slides. Because they're BTS. It's not being overdramatic, it's being cautious. Who cares if he apologized? In fact, Hybe lied about him being close to his house when he was much further to his house. So Hybe lied. CCTV revealed that. But people didn't care because again, he's in BTS, so nobody cares what they do. It's not even about making mistakes or whatever, or everyone makes mistakes, but if it was someone else, they would crucify and hunt them down with pitchforks. Give everyone the same treatment then. 4. This might be a controversial take, but I don't care, and this isn't supposed to be hate because I love BTS. BTS is getting arrogant. I'm not gonna name members because there is still some of them who I can tell still love armies, but just possibly 3 members so happen to be getting cocky and arrogant. Their attitude is just off to me, and it looks like they could care less about their fans, especially now that they have other shit to do. Keep in mind that I'm not saying slave away to fans, so don't say I said that in my comments, but they literally don't even acknowledge their fans at this point, and it's getting weird and annoying. Like, bro, they built this whole empire for you, don't ignore. 5. Some stans are the most sensitive bitches ever. Like, is it really that serious that a male idol doesn't want to shake their asses for a girl group video? If they shake their asses, watch y'all call them a homosexual. Like, please be quiet. There's no way some of y'all are throwing up crying because an idol doesn't wanna twerk for you. Which brings me to number 6. This whole westernization K-pop shit was never that serious. Like, who cares? K-pop was Western this entire time. They're just more forward about it. I mean, you do know that K-pop is literally just pop in a different language, which means it's Western. Another thing about fans taking shit too serious, and it be the ones who don't even understand Korean complaining about this. The ones who weren't even fans when K-pop wasn't westernized. 7. Hybe isn't ruining K-pop. Like, my gosh, another thing with fans being desensitive. Y'all bitches be focusing on the most crybaby ass shit ever. But when something serious actually does happen, you say it's not deep. Hello? No. Just because Hybe is taking more companies doesn't mean it's ruining K-pop. Y'all call it unfair to smaller companies. Whose fault is it that Hybe is a big company? Right, you guys? You're the ones who hype them up and then complain. Like, please shut the fuck up. Who raised you a coconut? Stop complaining about the most simplest shit ever and focus on the actual things that matter. 8. Disliking Hybe doesn't make you cool and shit. I swear. Some people think they're so cool just because they don't like a company. This isn't related to the current drama between Hybe and Outdoor, but I'm talking about even before this when people will brag about I don't like Hybe. Like, okay, want a private jet? 9. Complaining about favoritism is annoying because whose fault is it that this member is the most popular? I'm not talking about company favoritism, but I'm talking about fan favoritism. Like, why are you complaining but then you hype up the same member if you wanted to stop focus on other members too? 10. Most of Blackpink's songs doesn't have a meaning. Like, why are Blinks reaching into the air for Lisa's Rockstar, trying to decode everything and find some meaning that they pulled out of their ass and call it meaningful? With the lyric, Lisa, can you teach me Japanese? I said, hi hi. People said she's talking about stereotypes against Thai people. Like, no, she's bragging. about being multilingual. That whole song was about bragging. All her songs seem to be an ego booster for her. There's no meaning. 11. Some fans deride K-pop and it shows. Or let me rephrase that, only listen to K-pop. Like, fuck you mean? Who's Ariana Grande when it comes to your faves making a collab with her? I'm also sick with some fans acting like K-pop is exclusive as fuck. Like, no, when it comes to Western featured artists, the disrespect to them is crazy. Your faves aren't some untouchable god. Adding on to when fans cry about when someone who isn't obvious about liking K-pop says they do and then people call it using K-pop for views. Or when fans say locals to talk about non-listeners. Like, who do you think you are? You're not higher than everyone else. They're not a different species. Just say non-listeners. The locals have found them. You're not a fucking different animal from outer space. Neither is K-pop. Anyways, that's it for my opinions video this time. Please bring up your own opinions in the comments. I just wanted to post this video really quickly. It's been in my drafts for a while, I just added more things. But don't forget to follow my TikTok please.